Hi guys, I'm back. So I went to the hairdresser because my hair just grows so quickly, you know. It's a shame my bank account doesn't do that, but anyway. I went to the hairdresser, you know, Kate, and she's lovely. She's not really awake or aware or anything, but she's definitely full of soul and has a heart of gold and a lovely little daughter of 7 years old. So she goes around her friends. They've been friends for a long time, like 15 years, and her friend has this dog that is like 8 years old, so he's always been good as gold, lovely dog, you know. Go around there. Little girl Esme is sitting on the floor playing with the other kids, and the dog starts circling her, literally like just circling her, like behaving oddly, and then attacks her and rips half her face off. I mean, it's all been stitched back together, and the surgeon or whoever has done an exemplary job, but the girls are utterly traumatized. And this is a typical example of evil, because this dog has always been good as gold, has never ever been badly behaved in any way, shape or form, so that was a case of possession or something, you know. And this is what happens more now than before, you know. And yeah, she's very obviously very upset. It makes you wonder, you know, it makes you realise that we need to go now in this world as we go with care. You know, we have to be careful. And if anything feels even slightly out of sorts, anyone, any place, anywhere, whatever, just, you know, do a what's that? 3/4 circle? No, whatever. You just walk away, you know, in the opposite direction, because this is not good. This is not good. You know, that television show that I was talking about, that's on Netflix. You know, the Dark Adventures of Sabrina. Oh, I mean, it's just. Oh, don't watch it, it's really awful. It's pure evil. And then Netflix was sued by the Church of Satan. Oh yeah, for one reason or another. And they've just settled, Netflix has settled with the Church of Satan to the extent of $38 million. Now, all this type of stuff is dark magic, because what happens there is that they get your attention, you know. Well, not mine, so, well, obviously a little bit, because I'm talking about it here, but, you know, after this moment they won't. You know, and I'm talking about it for a reason. It's because they suck people in, they draw people in. And it is about normalizing darkness and evil, and pulling humans and human consciousness increasingly into a culture of darkness and evil. Right? Now, that is what the evil ones want, because that works out well for them. That creates the perfect environment for them to live in. I mean, they're idiots, because it will get so bad that this will be another total hell realm from which they'll want to leave, so they'll have to go somewhere else, and so forth, and so on. Again, you know, evil, not bright, not the brightest pencil in a box. You know, but here's the thing though, with all of that, we see this happening, and we have to work out how to respond and how to be in a world where that is happening. We can choose to be reactive, get really upset, get really angry, you know, and evil will say, right, hate, rage, fury, my work here is done. You know. Or we can be responsive and say, hey, I see that. This world needs love. This world needs compassion. This world needs discernment. I am a warrior of the light. and I see what's going on there. So I'm going to put some light into this world now, you know, because I mean, and there's so many different ways in which we can do that, you know. Lest we become predictive programmers, you know, because here's the problem. We see it and we're talking about it, and I do that all the time. It's kind of the way we function at the moment, isn't it, people? I mean, because it is happening and it is horrific to behold. And so we talk about it because it has to be spoken about. But then we have to turn that tide, you know. It's like in the novel Dune, when Jessica, who is about to become the Bene Gesserit witch of the people in the desert, and she's given that poison to drink. And she's told that you must drink this and you must change the water of life. So, you know, it's either make or break. She's either going to die in agony, or she's going to change the water of life, which she ends up doing, of course, and she becomes the, you know, the council of the people, you know, and her eyes go all really nice and blue. This is what we need to do. We need to change the water of life. We need to step into our power as alchemists, because we see the works of darkness everywhere. So what are we going to do? Are we going to sit there and go, no, that won't do? I find that cultivating a positive energy is possible even when you're quite upset. Like right now, I'm here and I'm looking out of my window. I'll show you. I think, yeah, I'll show you. Hold on. Right. Now, okay, I know, it's all little houses, right? And this camera... Just like I feel. Anyway, it's done something, so I'm closer to you now. Hold on. There, that's better, you see? Now you can't smell my bad breath. Anyway, the grass is incredibly green. It's beautiful. I don't think you'll be able to see that because the colour on this camera aren't particularly great, you know. Another sign of the time. Pay shitloads of money for crappy shit. But, you know, the clouds are beautiful. I can't see any chemtrails today, which is always a major plus. I went out and I was able to give a bit of comfort to my hairdresser friend Kate, which I'm sure doesn't count for a great deal in light of everything, but it helps. You know, we need to be the change we want to see, you know. Now, for me, changing this world will only come about through reset. I mean, there's no fixing things, you know, with putting plasters on everywhere and like, oh, that's not, no, we need reset. We need completely, you know. But, you know, we cannot enter heaven with the consciousness of hell, and so we need to keep working on our own consciousness. And when we come across darkness and we come across stuff that has us trembling in our boots, which will happen, we need to polarize that. That is what we need to do. We need to polarize that with love, with nurturing, with positivity. Not positivity in the Disney New Age way, which is of denial and is just hijack and pure evil, but with the consciousness of love. And love is powerful. I'm not going to say Christ consciousness, because, you know, I've had a ramble and a rant about that, and yeah, I'm not into that at all, but it is about cultivating the kind of consciousness that, for lack of a better word, is the antibiotic to the virus that is evil. Because that is what we are, in essence, people. Now, I don't like antibiotics. And I don't believe maybe in the existence of viruses as such, but evil is a sickness, make no mistake about it, and we are the antidote. And the antidote to evil, to hatred, to fear, to all of this is love. I just think that we've been grossly misled with regards to love. What is love? It's not pink and it's not fluffy. Love is very intense, it's very pure, and it doesn't mess about. It doesn't mess about, people, you know, it's here to do a job. Yeah. So, cultivate within ourselves the energy and the consciousness of love, discernment, discretion, diplomacy, intuition, knowing, kindness when guided to do so, certainly, but truth is important too. You know, speak the truth. Don't mess about. Speak the truth. When you see something evil, expose it and say it. This, yes, but don't do it in such a way either that it becomes more virus. You know, because that isn't the way. That is not the way. It's a beautiful day, really, you know. And despite everything, I think it's good to feel a sense of gratitude, you know, with the beauty that is. You know. And there are good things happening every day as well. It's just that they're not on the radar. We're not told about them. The mainstream media, all it does, it vomits up filth and bad news every day. But I'm telling you, really wonderful, good things are happening every day as well. You know, there are people rescuing animals. There was a lady, an old lady in a charity shop who had just, adopted a little cat, you know, and she was happy as Larry, you know, and you could see that it made her very happy, you know, and it's brilliant, and I love things like that. More and more people are working out that Christmas is a pile of shite and aren't doing it anymore. Way! More and more people are working out that Black Friday is just shit. You know, they don't want to go into Walmart and come out with 2 black eyes and 4 missing teeth and a cheap camcorder. You know? Things are happening. Yes, imperceptible at times, but they are happening. You know, this wasn't going to happen overnight, yeah? It isn't called the great work for nothing. Anyway, before I start rambling on again, I'll call it a day there. It's just my little video for today. And, yeah. It's not easy to live in this world and to see what's what and what's happening. You know, especially when you get this weird schism of the new age going, oh, you shouldn't talk about it. And then on the other side, you get the conspiracy theorists who only talk about the negative, ad nauseam, there's no positivity there, it's just all negative, it's all bad. Which always makes me wonder, why bother if everything is shit and it's all bad and evil's won, why are you making these videos? I mean, I'd be drinking a cup of cocoa laced with cyanide, mate, you know? I mean, really, what's the point? But they do, and they go on, and they just sit around, and they sort of get antagonistic with each other online as well, and they start stabbing each other in the back, and ooh, so-and-so said this about so-and-so, which just tells you where their level of consciousness is at, you know. You're not going to really be very effective at achieving reset if you harbour that type of consciousness, you know. Not at all. Our consciousness is our responsibility. It's not an easy thing to achieve a sort of balance whereby you understand and you see that evil's going down. You've got to say it, you've got to call it out, you've got to call it what it is. But at the same time also polarize it with strong positivity. That is what we need to do, you know. And love, hey, love begins at home. So, you know, love yourselves. Love yourselves. Know your worth. Huh? Right, I'm off now. I'm off. Weird sounds. I'm off. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. God, buttons. Meow.